Today I'll be walking through how to select your space for the upcoming academic year. Now, if you are a student that decided to create a roommate group, you'll want to coordinate with your other roommate or roommates to see who has the earliest time slot. Time slots are randomly generated based off of when students applied to AU, whether they were early decision or regular decision, with earliest decision getting priority time slots earlier in the week. Whoever has the earliest time slot, we highly recommend that they select the space first because they'll have the most options to choose from. Once my room selection time slot opens, I'll be able to view this page and see any room selection updates that our team will be providing throughout the period. This will give you an idea of what spaces are still available in the residence halls. As a reminder, you're only going to be able to see halls and spaces that you're eligible to live in. So if you're in any specialty housing group, such as Black Affinity Housing, all-female housing, University College, honors, 3-year scholars, DC Community Impact Scholars, or Cornerstone, you'll only be able to see a limited number of halls. However, we do provide updates for all first-year residence halls. Another note is that McDowell Hall will be renovated this upcoming summer. If you want to learn more about the renovations to the common areas and the bathrooms, you'll be able to view the renovation videos here. Now, to get started, you'll first be selecting from the halls available to you based off of your classification and your community. Once you find the hall that you're interested in, you'll go ahead and click Select Location. Now on this page, you'll be able to then select the specific room you want. Over here on the side, you'll be able to filter based off of the different floors. As you can see, all the floors are available, but if you're not in a specific community or in a classification for that floor, you may not be able to see any rooms. So just make sure you're selecting from spaces that you'll actually be able to see. Once I find a floor that I'm interested in, I can go through and search all of the rooms that are available. Each room will have information such as the number of bed spaces that are available in that specific space, the designed capacity for that room, as well as any roommates that may be assigned already. If I wasn't in a roommate group, I'd want to go ahead and select a space that may already have a person in it so I can learn a little bit about them before picking my assignment. I want to note that we will be consolidating rooms that may be half occupied at the end of room selection, so this just gives you the power to select your own roommate. Once I find a space that I might be interested in, I can click View Floor Plans to learn a little bit more about the floor. As you can see, there's a floor plan of the entire floor community, as well as the room numbers and where they lay out, maybe in comparison to the lounge or the bathrooms. Once I zoom back out, I'll also be able to see any of that roommate information if there were a person in that space, and I would also be able to view their profile that includes their living questionnaire responses. Once you find your space, you'll go ahead and add it to cart, and that's when your 5-minute timer starts. At the bottom of the page, you'll then go to bed placement, and that's when you'll actually assign a bed to each person in your roommate group or just assign a bed to yourself. So here's myself. I'll go ahead and select a bed in that room. And because I only have one other roommate, I'll also select a bed for them. You'd have to select a bed for each person in your roommate group in order to move forward. So please make sure that you select a bed for both people. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and assign beds. And then I'll be presented with a confirmation with both the beds for myself and my roommate. Then I'll just go ahead and click Confirm and Save Booking, and then I'll have a kind of complete application status page where I'll be able to see, again, the room that I'll be in for the next academic year. I can view my roommate's profile again, or I can just return home. If you have questions during the room selection process, our office will be available by phone or by email or chat through our website. We're happy to help.